My reflection flickered against the glass pane, a ghost hovering over a city pulsing with steel and secrets. Below, the metropolis simmered with ambition and lies. For years, I wore silence like armor, letting my sister believe I was little more than background noise in her spotlight. My name is Andrew Hol, and last night, I peeled off that silent disguise and exposed a truth that shattered her perfectly curated world. It started with a phone call well past midnight. Her voice cut through my screen, sharp as a scalpel. Elise, my sister, stood pacing inside her high-rise, all grace and venom, her anger practically radiating to the glass walls of her condo. "Whoa," she muttered, stopping when she saw the expression on my face, silent, unreadable, like staring into the void. I stood and reached for her hand, tried to steady the tremor in her energy. My system froze again. She snapped, not requesting help, demanding it. In her eyes, I was just the tech guy, the fixer, the one who made her devices purr, while she climbed the throne at Carver and Dunn, the law firm infamous for chewing up morals and spitting out gold-plated ambition. I could hear her earrings clinking, the soft whisper of her designer blouse shifting as she moved. "This is life or death, Andrew," she hissed. "The Vantage merger files, encrypted. I need them unlocked by morning. Just do your trick." I leaned back in my chair, the hum of my servers vibrating to the foundation of my office. 60 floors above the skyline, the city shimmered like a massive neural network, code flowing through it like blood through veins. But I didn't type to rescue her. I typed to revisit my creation. Because the encryption locking her files, I had written it. My company, Apex Veil, developed the cybersecurity framework for the $50 billion Vantage acquisition. Elise had no idea the very system choking her was mine. I had authored the lock and now held the key. 15 years ago, I was just a broke kid with a second-hand laptop and a storm of hunger inside. I told Elise I'd build a company. She laughed. "You? A mogul? Stick to rebooting modems, Andrew." Her words burned, but instead of arguing, I played the part. At every holiday dinner, every family toast, I kept quiet. The invisible brother, the nerdy underachiever, the guy who would never threaten her spotlight. While she bragged about firm takeovers, I was building Apex Veil in a basement on borrowed time. It became a cybersecurity juggernaut. Our systems shielding nations, guarding truths worth killing over. But in her eyes, I was still the guy who fixed her Wi-Fi. Last night, as I decrypted those files, my files, old scars reopened. "Hurry up, Andrew. Don't mess this up," she barked. I sent the documents back. Unlocked. "No, thank you. Just her usual clipped. Took you long enough. Don't screw it up." The call ended. I stared at the wire-bound magazine on my desk, my silhouette gracing the cover, the headline reading, "Andrew Hol, the phantom behind the firewall." Tomorrow, Elise would strut into the boardroom, expecting to dominate the Vantage merger. Instead, she'd come face-to-face with the man she'd dismissed for years. Me, the CEO consuming her deal whole. This morning, I walked to the doors of Apex Tower as dawn filtered through the fog, wrapping the building in gold-tinged steel. Leah, my assistant, handed me coffee with a smirk. "Your sister rang the phones off the hook last night," she said. "Wanted to speak to CEO Hol about the merger clauses." I chuckled, a dark, knowing sound. Elise thought she could bully her way to the top. Just like always, she didn't know that the man she was trying to strong-arm was the same brother she'd ridiculed for years. At 8:50 a.m., I watched her on the security feed. In the lobby, her stiletto stabbed a marble as she barked at her junior staff. "This is Apex Veil. The deal of the decade. Do not let me down," she hissed. I directed them to the Onyx Chamber, 70 stories above the streets. Smart glass walls that could turn transparent to expose the dizzying depth below. A single slab of black onyx served as a table, colder than Elise's ambition. She claimed the dominant seat, expecting to seduce the next suit into compliance. At 8:59, I entered. The air thickened, a silent, choking tension. She was mid-rant, scowling. These tech guys always late. No sense of urgency. "Elise," I said, The word landed like an explosion. She turned. Her polished, rehearsed smile crumbled into disbelief. "Andrew," she whispered, her voice barely a breath. "Mr. Hol," I replied, sliding into the seat opposite her. "Shall we begin?" The next hour dismantled her. I led the presentation, calm, commanding, as I unveiled Apex Veil's global reach. Our AI had outsmarted governments. Our influence reached across continents. Elise sat frozen, her pen slipping from her fingers and clattering against the table. Every technical breakthrough I mentioned lit a fuse. Every billion-dollar stat ignited another. Then came the dagger. I tapped the wall. The glass faded into transparency, revealing the city far below. I turned to Elise. "About Carver and Dunn's merger work," I said, swiping my tablet. Documents materialized on the screen. "You claim full credit for the tech analysis, but your associates, 3 of them, filed complaints. You didn't do the heavy lifting." Her face turned crimson. Her colleagues shifted in their chairs. "That's internal," she stammered. "Not at Apex Veil," I said coldly. "Here, we value merit, honesty, things you've never respected." I leaned forward. My voice dropped to a whisper, raw and personal. "For 15 years, Elise, I let you believe I was nothing. I let you treat me like you're a handyman. While you sneered, I built this. And now here we are." The room went silent. Only the distant hum of the city echoed around us. "The merger moves forward," I said, "but with conditions. Credit will go to the rightful contributors. Your firm will undergo reforms. And you, Elise, are excluded from all Apex dealings, effective immediately." She jumped up, voice cracking. "You can't do this. You're my brother. You fix laptops." I stood, my figure casting a shadow over her. "This meeting is recorded, Miss Dunn," I said. "Want to keep proving why you're unfit?" She collapsed back into her seat. Quiet, defeated. The meeting ended with her colleagues receiving credit, and Elise stripped of her power. As she turned to leave, I called out, "Next time you need help, Elise, submit a support ticket. My team's sharper than your brother's old hotline." That night, my phone lit up. A text from Mom. "Is this real?" From Dad. "Proud of you, son." And from Elise. "I'm sorry. For everything." I stared at my reflection again, that faint shadow of the boy who once hid behind silence. Success isn't proving them wrong. It's proving yourself right. I replied, "Dinner at my place. Apex Tower. Bring your team. Let's begin again." Sometimes, the sweetest revenge isn't announcing who you've become. It's showing them what they lost.